PBS named Yamiche Alcindor as the new host of Washington Week. 9 PBS sat down with her to talk the new role and its impact.
I hope for me, specifically when it comes to Washington Week, that people will discover it who have not seen it before, and that the people who have been watching it, that they will see something that is familiar but also fresh, and that it will be relevant to people's lives. I will have done a good job if people watch Washington Week and think my questions that I had all week, the issues that I was thinking about, that they are also at the center of this table. And I also am really interested in bringing in fresh voices. There are, of course, a lot of people who are friends of the show. I'm going to be leaning on them, but I also want to have other reporters. I want to maybe go outside of Washington, D.C. There are critical stories that are happening in Georgia, in St. Louis, in Texas. So I want to also broaden that out so that people feel like they have a voice at this table. My guiding light will be talking about the things that matter to vulnerable populations, to people who may never make it into the White House.
But for Alcindor and many others, in order to talk about the present, you also have to talk about the past.
The first thing that came to my mind when I read it was Gwen, and how I felt being able to watch Gwen, and how little girls would be able to feel in watching you. And so I want to know, how did it feel in the moment when you found out that would be your next step?
Yeah, just talking about it, I almost can't cry because for me, it's such an emotional moment, right? I knew Gwen personally. I knew what the show meant to her. I know what the show meant to me as a young Black girl, seeing Gwen at that table. And it's almost surreal to think that now I'm that person, that Black woman that's going to be sitting at that table, and Black girls are going to be looking at me saying, here's someone who looks like me, who's doing this job. Maybe that means I can do it too. I'm also very aware of the fact that I'm a Black woman who is living myself, who is looking like the way I would look at any time in my life, who's wearing my hair curly, who's gonna be sitting at that table with an afro, being unapologetically myself, and who is so interested in centering vulnerable populations.
And though she's headed to a new level, she does want those with a dream to know the sky's the limit for them too.
You are going to go through tough times. People are going to tell you things about yourself that are not true. They're going to tell you can't make it. They're going to tell you you're not confident enough, that your work can't cut it. I would just say press forward, be steady, find your people, find the people that are going to have your back. They're going to be there to vent with you. This last year was so hard for so many reasons. Yeah. If I didn't have my girls, if I didn't have my husband, if I didn't have mentors to lean on, mentees who were teaching me about TikTok and making me laugh, if I didn't have all of that, I don't know if I would have survived the last year. So I think that my best advice is to find your people that will have your back and to just push forward and know that you can be whatever you want to be if you just have the courage to keep on going, putting one foot in front of the other.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Gabrielle Hayes.